You have taken a risk. Stepped out of that comfortable place where everything is familiar and controllable. You've traded security for uncertainty. You have moved into a place where you have no guarantees of winning against the probabilities of failure. And if that's you, you will know what I mean when I say it's a desert sometimes. A long and lonely desert. Tough times. It's a broad category. You can be in a hard season due to a serious medical illness or the loss of a loved one. Those are the ultimate tough times. But in this session, I'm focusing on going through self-inflicted hardships. You are voluntarily doing something that is painful. Today, I'm not going to try to convince you that it's all worth it. I don't know what you're attempting to do. I don't even know if what you're striving for is even possible. That's part of the journey, the uncertainty. But this is what I do know. For certain, you are capable of more than you think. You just don't know it until you push yourself beyond what you have ever done before. And the second thing that I'm absolutely certain of, when you push yourself beyond what you've ever done before, you will do desert time. Those stretches that are tough, and you question whether the effort is worth it. During tough times, it's so easy to second guess yourself, to wonder, am I doing it wrong? Maybe I'm on the wrong path. Maybe I've taken a wrong turn somewhere along the way. Well, sometimes the difficulties are indicators that you need to modify your approach. But most times, difficulties are there because what you're attempting to do is difficult, and you just need to keep pressing on. Here are 3 things to help you keep going. Number 1, congratulate yourself. That's right, congratulate yourself for having the guts to do something hard. Most people spend their lives in the go-with-the-flow zone because it's easier. The basic motivation of humanity is to pursue pleasure and avoid pain. Yet doing something extraordinary with your life requires you to reverse this. You avoid pleasure and you pursue pain. You can go ahead and spend everything you earn on exciting vacations and fun experiences, but instead you pursue the pain of education, developing skills, putting yourself in uncomfortable learning situations. And why do you do it? Because if you pay the price of pain now, you position yourself for a better future. As my coach, Sam Carrasco, said recently, hardship is an indicator that you are not going with the flow. You don't feel pressure and pushback when you go with the flow, but you don't grow strong either. Only strong fish can swim upstream against the current. So when it gets tough, congratulate yourself for having the courage to do something hard. Number 2, shorten your focus. What I've learned in taking big leaps of faith is that a big goal often takes a whole lot longer to reach than you initially thought. When I immigrated to America, bringing Ellie and our 2 very young boys with us, I knew that making it in America would be hard, but I didn't think it was going to be as hard as it turned out to be. And when I went back to graduate school in my 40s to become a doctor, I didn't realize how difficult that would be. During those hard sections, I discovered that focusing on the end goal was often overwhelming. I would think to myself, if I'm finding it hard now, how will I ever survive getting through the next several years? In tough times, it's best to shorten your focus. Instead of setting your sights on the finish line, focus on what you need to accomplish today. In my journey, Focusing on passing the final licensing board examinations was too overwhelming. So I would just shorten my focus to just completing the next assignment. Sometimes in your quest to achieve something big, you need to set the goal and then forget the goal and just get on with the next step. As long as all your steps line up in the direction of your ultimate goal, then you can shorten your focus to the next step. And once you've accomplished that step, focus on the next one. And eventually, all those steps add up to you reaching your goal. So when your goal is overwhelming, shorten your focus to the next task to be completed. Just keep doing that over and over. Number 3, reach out and encourage someone. No matter how tough things are, there is always someone in your world who is going through a tough stretch too. Communicating that you care about them will help the both of you.
Safe travels, my friend.
The other person will feel less lonely in their desert run, and so will you. And I know that when we are going through tough times, it's easier for us to isolate ourselves. Do the opposite of isolation. Let's reach out. Because friendships that are forged and fostered through tough times often turn out to be the strongest of friendships. When you're going through a rough patch, hang in there, my friend. I hope this helps. I'm Dr. Wes, and here's to making life better.